Hey, hi everybody. Today I am going to actually make cornbread, which is, if you guys see, they have it as muffins, but I'm going to make cornbread. Now, what's the difference between cornbread and corn muffins? Well, the pan you use. This is This is if you're going to do muffins or cupcakes. Two ways to do that. You would take oil and line the inside of them, okay? Or, number two, you put the paper cups in here. That's so that when they're done, you just take them out, and it's like the cupcakes where you peel back the paper. A lot of times I use paper because of I don't like to clean too much. Plus, also sometimes trying to clean out inside of here. With the muffins, you just take them out, and then it's easier just to clean the top part, okay? Of course, I'm not doing muffins today because we're doing cornbread. My mom asked for cornbread. So, I looked on the box to see what size pan I need. And this one says 8 by 8 square, okay? If you don't know what an 8 by 8 square is, take a tape measure and measure it. Like if you have a 1 foot tape measure, just measure it from top to bottom. Kind of a little tired too. And then from side to side. This is an 8-inch, okay? So I'm going to make cornbread. First thing I need to do, as I say, read the directions. You're going to see the directions on here. It says preheat the oven to 400. So I'm going to do that right now. Okay, and it says bake 20 to 25 minutes. Well, that would be when I put everything in here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the oil. Probably if you've seen any of my previous videos, you see that my mom has all of her cooking oil in one container. This we bought from, from the dollar store. We washed it out, and then we take our oil, like canola oil or corn oil, the stuff that you get in the grocery store, and she pours it in, and she uses this, okay? Now this plastic container can also be used for other things too, like sometimes people use this for cleaning products and stuff, especially if their spray bottle doesn't work. But we use it, and we just kind of spray the pan and stuff. Put that right there. Okay. So I'm going to now turn the computer around because we're going to now mix everything, and it's a lot easier. Okay. And where my computer is, it's kind of like on one of the tables. Or, yeah, it's near there. And I usually use the stovetop when I'm mixing stuff, and the reason being is because that's where I have room. Okay, leave that there. I do apologize for this the light coming in. It's just where I could put the computer safely. I could try to turn it around, but then you'll see the messy stuff that we have on the other side too. So, okay, so I did put the shades down, but it's still light and it still comes in. Okay, maybe I'll turn the top light on to there. That might help some. Okay, I'm going to tip this down, so you're going to hear mostly my voice. So, but you'll be seeing everything I'm doing. Okay, and I will try to go slow. Okay. So we have the bowl here. We're going to take the Jiffy Mix, open it up, and guys, I just want to tell you I'm doing this on Good Friday because I'm going to go out with my mom a little later, and we're going to get the stuff for Easter Sunday meal. I have a lot of stuff already at the house, but just a few extra things. So okay, so we put the corn mix in here. It says use 1 egg. and a third cup of milk. This thing right here is a 1 cup. Sometimes it might be a little bit bigger and it's a 2 cup or 4 cup. Maybe some even come in 3 cups. And sometimes you may even get some spaghetti sauce that already has a measuring cup on it, so it's a reusable one. Okay, so when we have to find out what a third of a cup is, here it says a fourth. I know you can't see it because it's like glass on glass. This is a fourth, half, 3/4, and a cup. Usually on the other side, you have a third, 2/3, and 1 cup. So we're going to line the milk up to right about there. Okay. I'll try my best to do it so you're seeing it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we put that in. And now you can do, I'm just going to mix it up. Okay. And the reason I am mixing it is just because it's a small, this one is a small box. Okay. Some corn mixes might come in bigger boxes, so it might be like, excuse me, yeah, just it might be like different ingredients, like maybe they're saying, oh, use water instead of milk and stuff. And it all depends on what they put into the mix, into the corn mix. If you are making corn muffins from scratch, grab a cookbook. Sometimes you may have a cookbook, and you go from there. And the first time when you always make something, especially if you don't know how to make it, always follow the directions, okay? Afterwards, like once you've started to experiment, because cooking is really is science, it's experimenting, then a lot of times you can come up with different recipes or maybe add something to it to make it just your own, okay? In a previous video, I show you how to make seafood bisque. Okay, the thing of it is that when I first started, I used a recipe and then I tweaked it to my own. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm tapping the spoon, and the reason I'm tapping is to get the extra stuff off, okay? Because the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pan, I'm going to dump it right into there. I'm also grabbing a spatula so that I can get the extra stuff off. Okay, and I'm looking to see, no, you'll have to, okay. Just depending on how I have to adjust the camera. Take your time, okay? Don't rush. This is not a marathon. It's not a race. Okay? Now the technique I use is I try to get the batter off, but I also hold the container so that I have a good grip on it. If you know you don't have a good grip, sometimes, I know you can use another type of bowl that has like a handle on it. That will help you. Okay, so you can at least hold the handle while you're doing this. As you can see, it's a 2-hand operation. Okay. Get that into the corners. Now this Jiffy mix calls, if you use anything in the square pan, they call it Johnny cake. So a lot of times for people who are a little bit older, they know what Johnny cake is. Like mine, I just know it as cornbread. Okay, so we have this in here. Usually the excuse me, you might hear something go a ding ding ding, especially if you have an electric one, and I'm going to show you the oven here. So this is my grandmother's house. Okay, okay. When this has a preheat, and then it has oven, and then it has the temperature we are going to be cooking at. This beeps at you to say that it has gotten to that temperature. At my house, I have an older oven, so my oven, what it does is that instead of beeps, the light turns off to say it's already preheated. Okay. Now, you can do preheat, but what I do, because I've just been doing this for a while and my mom taught me how to do that, and yes, we do not have a smoke detector in here. Because what it is every time we cook, that sucker goes off. So we have to put it. We have another one down the hallway. This is a one-story house. So we have one down the hallway near the bedrooms. So we just don't have that because of the cooking. And as you just heard, the beeping just went off. So now we're going to take our cake. Yep, this is the cake. We're going to put it in the oven. Throw that in there, I call it. And we are going to, it says 20 to 25 minutes because it's the cake. Oops. Don't press the timer. When you're starting to do this, do it for the lowest temperature, lowest time, excuse me, not temperature, the least amount of time. Because you can always add time. You can't take it away, and when something's burned, it's burnt, okay? I'm not going to continue recording. We're pausing it and then wait for it and show you the end results. But I will tell you, here's how you can test, okay, when something's done. You can use something like this. This is called a skewer, okay? Or let me see if I can find the toothpicks. Trying to figure out where they are in my mom's house. Okay, I don't see the toothpicks. At my house, they're located in something else. But okay, so you can have a skewer or a toothpick. And what you do is you go into the middle of the cake or the pan or the cupcakes. You just take this and you go straight down and then straight up. If it comes out clean, it's done. Some of you might have a tester, and I don't. My grandmother used to have one. Okay. Some of you may have something like this. Okay, it's just a wire thing. It's probably straight. This is bent a little bit. This is called a cake tester. So you may have one of these in your house. If not, use a skewer or a toothpick. Sorry, I can't find the toothpicks. Anyways, so what you do is you just put it into the cake, take it right out, or the cornbread, and if it comes out clean, it's done. If it comes out and there's still some, comes out and there's batter on it, it's not done. Now, if it comes out maybe a crumb or two, it's done, okay? But if it comes out and there's batter on these things right here, it's not done. Put it in for a couple more minutes, okay? When you take anything out of the oven, guys, and a lot of you guys, if you're seeing this and going, why the heck are you talking about this? I work with special ed students, and part of it's the life skills, so I'm trying to teach them how to do things correctly, okay? When you go in, you grab your oven mitt, okay? Now, as you can tell, this is the warm side. This is the other side. Okay? Okay. Oven mitts are made for right hands because a lot of people are right hand. You come in and take it out. You can do this, but make sure when you take something out, you can put it right up. You can put it someplace and you set it right down. So you use these to take stuff out. If you don't have that, you can use one of these too, okay? Where it goes around your hand. The difference is that with the mitt, your whole hand is covered. This one, it's only there, and you have to be like very careful. Okay? Some of you guys may have, if I find it. Oh yeah, these right here. It's called the Ov glove. Okay? This is for right hand. Sometimes you may have it for a left hand, if you have a right and left hand. And these are where you can do on the grill and it will not burn your hand, okay? So these you cannot burn, okay? But make sure, especially with my students, if you're watching this, hi everybody, make sure you have a mitt or an Ov glove or something to take it out, okay? So that's about it. I hope you enjoy your corn muffin / corn bread, and I hope to see you back in school very soon. And yes, you can kind of guess, if you know Cuca Lake, kind of guess where I am, okay? So you take care. I love you. Be safe.